Hey, what's up everybody? It's Yali, gonna be doing a garage gym walkthrough. I purchased all of these pieces of equipment in piecemeal over the course of the last 4 to 5 years. And it's kind of like my home gym here. You know, just kind of give you a walkthrough. We'll get a little more detail into the pieces of equipment, but I'll just kind of give you a high level walkthrough kind of here, really quick. I don't know if you see it great on the camera, but we'll get back to it. This is a Proform rower. It's been amazing. It's a great workout. PRX fold-in wall unit. This is great. Move the bench out of the way. This is great. This is a fold-in. Once it's folded in, the clearance is only maybe about 6 inches. Right now, it's about maybe almost 2 feet outwards, but we keep it open all the time. I have a double wide garage, so it's a 2.5 car, and it fits perfectly with the cars, and you're not doing any banging. But if you actually have a tight garage fit, these definitely fold in. We just keep it open. Nordic Track. How can you have a garage gym without a treadmill? So this is the Elite 1000. I got this from Costco a couple years ago, and it's been fantastic. No problems whatsoever. Nordic Track has an amazing warranty. I would highly recommend going out and purchasing it. And you get annually, you get a on-site tune-up once a year, and you just have to make sure you call them and set up those appointments through Nordic Track, and they'll send out a local company, and they've been phenomenal. They come out, they find something wrong with it. They're like, hey, we're gonna put it, this is a warranty job, and we're gonna give you a new, I just got a new tread about a year ago. So we do a lot of working out of that. Also, just got a new bike. This new addition to the family, so to speak, is a Rogue Echo bike. This is just phenomenal. The best piece of equipment I've ever used. It's the hardest piece of equipment I've ever used. It's that hard. It's really just kind of just takes your soul out of you, but you really know you're really, you know, even like in a 15 to 24 minute workout, you're just kind of like, this is heavy duty when you're doing the 20 on, 10 off intervals, or the 20-20 intervals, or even whatever you want. But we'll get a little into that as well. Got the barbells here, barbells and dumbbells on the floor. Put those together, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25s. I've been looking to get some 30s and 35s. It just waiting for a sale. You know, if you get anything less than $1 a pound, definitely jump on them. So I'm just kind of waiting for that right now. These are just bolted to the wall. They're great. You know, these are the essential ones. I got these from, I think, Walmart. I'll put the link down. I mean, really kind of got the 45s, 25s, and the 35s, and then I got a couple of color ones, which are the 25s, 10s, and 15s. Got some mats up there. Got those are Peloton mats, but got those kind of like somewhere, I think either like one of the department stores. I think it was either TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They're always on sale there. And the biggest thing, initially I didn't have these, but you need them, especially to make sure you don't want to scratch your floors. These horse mats from Tractor Supply, these things are just phenomenal. The 4x6, they literally weigh like 80 or 90 pounds. I mean, you definitely need another person to help you to get it into your car. They do have a smell, but they dissipate within a day or two, what you kind of have it in your spot. These are great. You know, it doesn't matter what they just look literally like, just don't get messed up. So let's get into each piece of equipment a little bit closer, but this is my garage gym. And also one cool thing I did in my garage gym, and you know, we'll close the door here in Chicago. It gets cold. I installed, I think you guys see it, installed I think a 20,000 BTU electric heater. It does use a lot of electricity, but I'm not necessarily in here for 8 hours at a time. We flip the switch, let it heat up. It pretty much will get you to, if it's outside temperature is 30 degrees in the garage, with the door closed, we could get from 30 to like 60 and within like an hour and 20, depending on just the kind of like the level of coldness. But I've kind of like, if it's super cold outside, like 10 degrees, it might take 2 hours for it to kind of get to that point of like, you know, 55, 65 to kind of like a little more comfortableness. But it works like a charm. You flip the switch. I mean, yeah, the electricity is a little higher, but it helps you work out in the wintertime, and I think it's worth every penny. But let's get to a couple pieces of equipment first. So the rower. Here's the rower. This is a Proform rower. I'll put the link down below. What's the version of it? I'm sure they don't sell it anymore, but Costco does have kind of like variants. Probably the upgraded versions coming out all the time. But the coolest thing about this is it's an amazing workout. Also, it's just a space saver. So let me go in. Let me just kind of get the lift it up, lower it slowly, and snaps, and there you go. Doesn't take up much space here at all. Like I said, we keep both cars in the garage, and we can kind of like put these into the corner, and they fit perfectly. But if you have a tight garage, you know this is definitely super helpful. If you don't need to put 2 cars in, this will be. I would actually have more mats out here and just kind of have everything kind of like a fully set up, and instead of having to manually open things up like a little bit. So this is the rower. Next piece, let's go to the wall unit. Hey everyone, so here it is, the PRX wall unit. This is the fold-in system. I know there's a fold-up system. It's a little more expensive, but we just decided to go with this one. We felt it was kind of for our needs, and you know, also our budget too. It works very well. It's super heavy duty, very high end pieces. You know, to the bolts that are on it. So just kind of give you guys a quick walkthrough of like what it entails to kind of set up. You have to make sure you know where the studs are, or you can't get the studs. And what you need to do then, you need to kind of like have like a ledger board set up along the wall. And you could do that kind of like exactly what I have here, but I just put the board on just so I can hang up just for the looks, the barbells. But again, on 16, you need to kind of get those in. Once you get this top part in, get the bottom part in, the rest is kind of pretty much easy. Just kind of like with the arm, it just clips on together. It takes probably a couple hours to put together. I think it took me longer really to actually get everything out of the box, take all the pieces of plastic off of it, lay it down on the floor, and figure out to make sure I had everything I needed. That took a good solid 45 minutes to an hour just to kind of get everything set up. Then this piece, the next part, was another probably like an hour or change. So, but if you're just putting this together, it's pretty easy. Got this, decal from Amazon. Also PRX, kind of a weight vest. Yeah, it's a Titan weight vest. It was on sale. So, you know, again, when you're putting these garage gyms together, they are, you know, I would love to just kind of say, I'm gonna go all, you know, one name brand. When you start kind of figuring it out on paper, how much one name brand, you know, it doesn't matter who they are, you're legitimately spending like triple the money. So again, if you have that, do it. If you don't, definitely piecemeal. You get things on sale. There's nothing wrong with that. You can kind of like, this is a great 30. I think it's a 30 pounder, or it might be a 40 pounder. I forget. But I think it's expandable to a 40 pounder. But it's awesome for the other side of the wall now. I think when you're putting these things together, you should put some thought into where you're gonna put stuff, how you're gonna figure it out, because you only have so much wall space sometimes in your garage. You might have a window, you might have a door, you might have some electrical outlets, whatever, right? You may have certain things you just can't move, or you don't want to move. So you have to make sure you guys set up. So I had enough room left over to put the barbells, the dumbbells, and a setup for mats up there, right? So these everyday ones, essentials, these are awesome. You know, I mean, I got the 245s, 35s, 25s. And then I got some color ones, some ones that are colored, just for, you know, they were on sale as well. I'll put the link down below, but they were at Walmart. Sometimes they go on sale. Even regular price, they're a pretty good deal. But when they go on sale, it's like literally like, you know, 40% off. So it's a big difference. So I think the black ones, the 245s, 235s, and the 225s, I think they were like 140. Phenomenal deal, right? The color ones, I think I might have got for $99, the 3-pack, which was the 215s, no, 210s, 215s, and 225s. I use this for stretching. I moved it over here. So got that, that's actually great. Bunch of different rubber bands. You always need these. You know, these, I wouldn't say they're the highest end. I think they're kind of like do your research on Amazon or on Walmart and buy what you think you might want, or also buy what you think you're going to use. Don't just buy some for you. I actually do use the rubber bands a lot, especially this red one quite often when I'm doing any kind of any squats. And now the next piece of equipment, we're going to move over. We're going to do a little flip. Going to get a little better angle of the treadmill. This is the Elite 1000 treadmill from Nordic Track. It's great. It works perfectly. It fits in perfectly, exactly. Like, I mean, I got to the point where I'm like I was saying, you measure something. I actually didn't really measure it, and I just was like, I slipped it in here, and I was like, this works out well. There's still enough clearance in the back. It's a great treadmill. You know, folds up if I ever needed to. If I ever need extra room for whatever, if you want to do any like more stretching, stays up pretty well. If not, it's real easy. Just snap it with your foot, drops down to hydraulics, and you can let go, and it just kind of falls into place. With the horse mats, it's super comfortable. There's really no bounce. There's no kind of, you could tell sometimes if you're on a treadmill, if you're on carpet inside or on a cheaper mat, it's just super smooth, right? So super smooth. Again, like I said, the horse mats were just phenomenal. Okay, everyone, last piece of equipment, the Rogue Echo bike. So this is my most latest purchase. This is a great, I think I was a little worried at the time when I bought it. Never used it. I probably should have, you know, went to a gym and tried to test it out, but you know, I think YouTube reviews, everyone here from the community is just they give such good detailed reviews that I literally watched about a dozen reviews in depth, and I was like, that's it, oh my God, I'm buying it. Versus where in the past, you would just be like, it looks okay, but I gotta go touch it and feel it and go check it out. I think the community now has just, they're so good on reviews to the point of, you know, pros, cons, pluses, minuses, that I literally just took all the comments and suggestions. I was like, I want this bike. That's kind of much what it was. It's an amazing bike. You know, one thing, I did buy 2 accessories. The air fan piece right here, based on reviews, like if you use this in your garage in the wintertime, it could get a little cold up here. So this does block it, which is, I'm hoping it will help. Also got a cup holder. That was an optional. I didn't go out and get the phone holder, but I have a phone on it, right? How did I do that? So it's pretty simple. I mean, you just go to Amazon and you get kind of like one of these, you know, I'll get a little closer, but you get one of these and magnet on one side, magnetized there, stays there, and it's great, right? It works for, you know, I have an iPhone 16, works great. Now, if you have like some of the larger, like if you're doing a iPad or something, I think that's gonna be some difficult. I figured it would be difficult, even if you had the holder, but it works great for me. Good piece of equipment. We could just, let me get it a little closer. What did I get? So the fan right here, 2 screws, you pop that on. It actually does blow a lot of air out towards you. So it is a good, just kind of a blocker. The cup holder was, you know, it definitely was worth it. Although I will say that I think it should have came with it, but anyway, you know, it's just an optional. It wasn't that much more, but it was just an optional. And then the phone, right? the foam piece. So you get one of these on Amazon for like what? I'm guessing, I think I bought this one for like $5 or $6, and it works great. So you just, you know, it's because all nice and metal, just sits right there perfectly, right? And so that's it, everyone. So what do you guys think of the garage gym? Please put your comments down. So if you have any questions on the specific pieces of equipment, let me know. Like I said, I'll do my best in adding the links to some of the pieces that I purchased to make it a little easier for anyone out there. I think the rower and this treadmill, I don't know if they're actually, I don't know if they're selling them anymore. You might be able to get them used, but again, they're nice, but I'm sure the newer ones are just as nice. So I'll look for them, but I'm not sure when to find them, but the Rogue Echo is definitely available. The fold-in unit is definitely available. I know this, the weight vest is available. I'll put the weights on, and the dumbbells, those are, like I said, piecemeal. I think I got some at Walmart, some at Amazon, actually even a pair at Target. So I'll do my best on those, but any questions, put comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, you know, of the garage review. Thanks.